What's up guys, MrBayeasy here, and today we're going to be going over something that I've kind of been talking about a little bit here and there. The assault rifle and SMG, I know I touched on, beforehand, basically saying why they're pretty good now, why they're, quote-unquote competitively viable. I said that in my previous commentary, but either way, I was reading some of the forum posts on the Halo forums, and, I saw a lot of people, I guess, complaining about the assault rifle damage and everything, and while I will say the assault rifle was pretty powerful, I can't really say that I don't want it to be that powerful. I mean, in the past Halos, it's not like the assault rifle was useless. It's just that they were not really, they definitely weren't a very good competitor against even the BR at very close range, okay? And that was the problem. I mean, it was kind of good, but it wasn't anywhere near the one that it is today. And while I think it should be nerfed a little bit, not too much at all, maybe just a tad bit. Actually, before I say that, one of the main things that I've heard, I can't confirm this by any stretch, and I looked around the forums, even I couldn't really find it too much, but so a lot of people were saying that there was a headshot increase for the assault rifle and SMG. We haven't really seen that before. Halo's always been, you get the same amount of damage, everywhere on the body, and then as long as you get that last couple of shots in the head, with the BR being the 4-shot, the DMR being the 5-shot, all that kind of stuff, as long as you get the last shot in the head, you're good to go. But you can get damage anywhere else, and it's going to count the same. This is the first Halo, if that is true. I can't confirm that, like I said, but if that is true, this is the first Halo where that's actually been a thing. And of course, it's not the same for the BR or DMR in this game. Maybe only for the assault rifle or SMG. I'm pretty sure. I did, see a comment about that beforehand, saying that, oh, that was in the game. They decided to take that damage multiplier and either reduce it or take it out entirely. So I'm not sure, guys. But all I know is, yes, the assault rifle and the SMG, mainly the assault rifle. The SMG seemed pretty on point. I really enjoyed using that thing. It was definitely worth picking up here and there. But the assault rifle in particular, I felt was pretty darn good. I mean, it was very powerful at close range, obviously, mid range. If you were good enough with it mid range, I think it was good. With the scope ability, not naturally, but it's very easy to be descoped in Halo, of course. So I do think that it should remain as powerful, or maybe slightly less powerful. Maybe if you really think it is that much overpowered. But in my eyes, this is the most really usable an assault rifle has been since Halo started, since Halo began. So I'm actually, not too upset about the change. I'm actually, it's kind of refreshing, honestly, to have a bit more weapon variety, and to say that, okay, well, the assault rifle really isn't that bad. Like I always like to say, in previous Halos, I was a bit mad when I got matched up with regular Team Slayer, because I knew that, I said this in the very last commentary I did, I knew that the majority of that game was going to be taken up by me trying to find weapons, or, better weapons, better than the assault rifle, so pretty much any precision rifle, whether that be the BR, DMR, or the carbine, whatever it is. So, a majority of the game was spent trying to look for weapons, and I don't think I'm going to be spending as much time. I don't think I'm going to feel like I need to get a better weapon as soon as possible. I could kind of roll with the assault rifle a little bit and really not be too much of an issue, and actually be, pretty effective. Not as effective as a precision rifle, in most cases, because even up close, you can still beat an assault rifle with a BR if you're a very good player, if you have a really good strafe, if you have really good movement, and your shot is like 100% on point. It's very easy to beat an assault rifle player up close, as long as they're not also very good at the game. But basically speaking, that yes, the BR and the DMR and all the precision rifles I'd rather have, but I'm not going to be upset anymore when I'm stuck with an assault rifle. That's basically my whole point on it. And I also read one more thing before we close this out, because I know this was a short commentary, but I want your opinions, really. I just kind of wanted to state my opinion and see what you guys had to say. But one of the other things was that flinch was in there, and I do find that a tad annoying. And you guys may disagree here, you may agree. I do find it a tad annoying because the assault rifle already has a slight damage buff, as we've seen. It has the scope ability, which makes it very versatile. I really like that feature. It really kind of makes the weapon more usable in more situations, which is nice. But then also, guys, the fact that it has descope, the fact that Halo has descope, I think they should stop right there. The fact that it makes, precision rifle or even other scoped players kind of flinch around, or not even scoped, but when you're just walking around getting shot from up close, you shouldn't be flinching around. I just don't think I think that's a bit too much, okay? I understand their implementation with it. They're trying to make it so the assault rifle and the SMG are a bit more viable. Sorry about my phone, but they're trying to make it a bit more viable. And I just think that's taking it one step too far. I don't think you should be, rewarded for hitting pretty much really easy shots. I can't even, you know, say that it's hard to use. I don't want to piss anybody off, but really the assault rifle is kind of an aim and shoot kind of gun. It's not one that you have to be very, very precise with. I mean, yes, you have to be somewhat precise, but nowhere near as precise as you need to be with things like the BR, DMR, or whatever else it may be that's precise. So that weapon is definitely a spraying kind of weapon, and I don't think you should be rewarded too heavily for really not doing too much at all. But I do think that the assault rifle should be very powerful, or not very powerful, but basically somewhere in the range of where it was in the Halo 5 Guardians beta. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think the assault rifle definitely deserves the spotlight for once, okay? I mean, it definitely deserves to be able to win at least its close range combat battles. I mean, it's been very ridiculous in the past how easy, I mean, unbelievably, it's still kind of easy in Halo 5 if you're good enough, but, you know, in the past, you really could have just been, like, less than average of a player, and you could decimate somebody with a battle rifle up close while they have an assault rifle, and I just don't necessarily think that should be how it's done. I think if someone decides to use an assault rifle, they should at least be able to win one scenario, you know, out of all the battles that can possibly be, you know, achieved in Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. I'm sure some of you have some really mixed opinions. Some of you might disagree with me. Some of you might not want, you know, assault rifles to be very powerful at all, which I understand. I understand that concept, but you do have to look at it from the other player's perspective. Not everybody likes to use a battle rifle or a DMR. I've had a bunch of people comment in my videos telling me that, you know, it's great that the assault rifle is the way it is because they're able to rival the BR, and I definitely think that that should be the case in its particular range scenario, which is, you know, close range is the best case scenario. Mid range, if you're a good enough player, you can really, you know, use it effectively. Because again, it's a spraying weapon. It's not as precise as the other ones. So if you can use it mid range, more power to you. But either way, guys, rate the video what you think it deserved, and if you'd like to become a Sage in training, make sure you subscribe today. This has been MrBayeasy, your favorite Sage, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.